What's up, people? Alsmillions here once again. Wanted to talk to you today about just making yourself ready for this industry. This industry is so dynamic right now. It's so powerful. It's so strong. Everybody is cutting. Seems like the hair shows are just crazy with new people coming in. And I tell you, I'm excited about what's happening in the industry. But I'm also concerned. I've been getting letters over the last couple of years, and I guess the last few months a whole lot more than before. And the letters say, in essence, I'm graduating from barber school. I'm getting ready to graduate, or I just got out of barber school, and I'm getting ready to go to a barber shop, or I'm looking at a barber shop, and I don't know how to cut, or I don't feel I can cut on the level in which I can be successful. And the question is, what do you do when you find out that you still can't cut? You went to the barber school, you went to training, you passed the test, you're ready now to get on the floor, and you realize you still can't cut like you need to. One of the things that you should be doing right now, if you're in barber school, you should be trying to get as much experience as possible. You do not wait on the instructors to come to you. Do not wait for the instructors to teach you. Remember, most barber schools, there's about maybe a 15 to 20 to 1 ratio. 20 students to 1 teacher. So when you got a situation like that, unless that teacher and that instructor is Superman, he or she may not get the chance to get to you if you don't let them know. So if you're having problems with your fades, if you're having problems with whatever, you need to make it known so that you can get some help. And now if you can't get help, then you need to find out why. You need to go to the administration. Don't sit in that chair for 9 months, a year and a half, and then graduate and not have what you're supposed to have. I mean, that's your fault. You're paying your money. You're taking out loans. You're going, through all this hard work, sacrificing time, and school and work, and this and that. And don't you sit in that chair or go to that school and waste your time and not get what you want. Okay? In order to cut, you must first find out and learn the theory. You must first find a technique on how to cut. So when you do fades, there's techniques, special techniques to learn. Okay, I teach a few techniques that I feel are easy. Okay, and if you master these techniques and practice them, your speed will increase immensely. And of course, speed comes with repetition. The more you do it, the more you cut, the faster it becomes. And all of a sudden, it's like second nature. So it's like, you start and you finish, and you don't even realize that you did it. It's just automatic. A fade is automatic. It'll become automatic to you. A temp will be automatic to you. But it only comes through repetition, through you doing it over and over again. You find one technique, and you keep that, and you use that until your speed develops. Don't have 4 or 5 techniques to fade. Yeah, I know how to fade 3 or 4 different ways, but the best way for me to fade is to use one technique, because what's going to happen? I'm going to increase my speed. I'm going to get the same cut every time for a customer, and most customers are very concerned about that. If you give them a good cut, the question is, can you do that again next week? The next time I come back, I want the same cut. Can you do that? Well, the only way you can do that is if your technique is the same. If your technique is different every time, then every time the person comes, he'll have a different cut. All right? So make sure that you learn one technique, or you have one technique that you use as a fade, and then you practice that and develop your speed doing that. And then after you develop the speed doing that, then you can venture out and learn other techniques and other ways, clip over comb, that kind of thing. But the main thing you want to do right now is to learn one technique, develop that, repeat that over and over again until your speed comes, and that way you will be able to get in, with your feet running. Okay, so Don't let anyone tell you, hey, I'll get back to you. If you're not getting the clients, cut each other. Barbers cut each other. Cut your friends, cut your relatives. You have to be proactive. This is your career. Don't sit in school for all those months and not get what you're supposed to get. You want to be cutting 3 to 4 people a day. If you're not cutting 3 to 4 people a day and it's a slow school, then you need to do some things and be creative. You're going to have to make sure that you're getting the kind of exposure and the kind of work that you need to develop your skill. And on ABMAAM.com, we do have some drills that you can learn to develop your wrists and develop your hands and your speed and keep your wrists firm so that you can do afros and some things that we teach you. But if you're not learning that in school, if they haven't taught you that in school, then you want to plug into a place where you can get the kind of training you need so that you can be successful in this industry. Okay, I mean, the worst thing in the world is to come into this industry, is to come into barbering and styling and to realize that everybody else is just, running away with you. You come in there, you got somebody in the chair for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Forget it. You're not going to make money. You're going to blow it, okay? There's no way in the world you're going to make money cutting people an hour or 2 hours because you only got 8 hours in a day, all right? And you need to be able to be getting 4 to 5 people in an hour, okay? To make some serious money, you need to be able to get between 3 to 4 at least an hour. And if you're not getting between 3 to 4 an hour, you're not gonna make good money in this business, okay? So that's just the bottom line. At least 14 people a day, somewhere in that line will get you about $1,000 a week. So if you can't cut 1 an hour, and if you only cut 1 an hour, you're not gonna get 14 in a day. You understand? Unless you're working 14 hours a day, and I don't know who wants to do that all day. Okay? So your speed will come through repetition. Do not be afraid about that. Don't worry about that. As long as you learn a technique and you perfect that technique, your speed will come, and then you will be able to take on more customers. Okay? But if you're sitting in the school, you're not getting the kind of attention you need, do not wait till it's time to graduate and say, oh, I'm not ready. That's crazy. Okay? If you're in school, and the teacher's not helping you, you're not getting the attention you need to go to administration, you need to talk about it, you need to make some noise, you need to let somebody know, hey, I'm spending my money, I'm taking out loans, I'm going to school here, I need some help, I'm not getting it, okay? And if they're not helping you, you go to the board in your state, let them know that what's going on, and somebody will do something, okay? But you do not want to spend that kind of money. You do not want to go to school for that long and come out and then all of a sudden you realize you're not ready to handle the floor, okay? Because once you graduate and once they got they got your money, it's a wrap. You on your own, okay? That loan got to be paid back, So it's time to grow up. It's time to be responsible. You see what's going on. You see the flow after a week or two. In school, you see how people come into the school. You see that it's not a busy school or whatever, or it's not a big, walk-in crowd. So you got to make adjustments. You got to make allowances. You got to be creative. You got to bring your own people in. You got to, talk to other barbers that are trying to get their license and say, look, we're going to cut each other. We're going to work on things together. And you got to talk to the administration, talk to the instructors, make sure they are helping you in the situation. Do not wait till you graduate to realize that you cannot cut. Okay? Look, people, talk to you soon. Make that money.